Oh, did your meeting let out early? Nice. Always good when Greg manages to wrap it up in less than 5 hours. Am I right? That gives you a nice little window before we call it a day. So let's get through the budget line items. Debbie said you need to sign them this year, not just initial. What's that look for? Is something wrong? Sure, ask away. Oh, let's see. I've been working here 2 years come next month. I was at the main office in DC since I graduated, so that would be 5 years total. Are you sure you don't remember me? I've been your personal assistant for months. You watered my plants while I was on vacation. You remember that, right? Oh, I know what it is. You used to have a temp service for my job. So many people coming and going. Forgetting one face in that crowd is only human. Nothing to worry about. Now, why don't you sit down and I'll get you something to drink? I'll get you your favorite. Coke Zero, right? Nothing like artificial sweetener. Fizzy. Delightful. Have a sip. Now let's get back to work. You're looking at me like I've gone another head. What's the matter with you? My eyes. Yes, of course, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I've been trying out colored contacts lately. Well, maybe purple is a bit unprofessional, but I thought it would be fun for Casual Friday. Oh, are they mismatched? Silly me. I must have put in one red and one purple. It's amazing what people won't notice. I suppose I should take them out if they really are disturbing you so. Of course my eyes are brown. Why does that surprise you so much? Green, I mean. You're trying to trick me. Of course I know what color my eyes are. Blue since the day I was born. I think we've been goofing off long enough for now. Why don't we have a sip of cola and start on that budget? No. Put down your phone. Sit. I'm sorry. I wish I didn't have to do this. It listens in the wires, and I can't have it find me again. If you start freaking out and asking people about me, well, that will attract a lot of attention. No, sweetie, I didn't lie to you. Not really. I am your personal assistant. I'm just a little more than I appear to be. A super probability. Or an angel, to put it in less mathematical terms. A former angel, really. I've been working here as a cover. Everything around here is just so normal. I figured I'd dig in here, and I'd be practically unnoticeable. Until you looked at me. Really looked at me. Why'd you have to go do a thing like that? Of all the eyeballs you could have fixated on, they happened to be mine. Never could get their color stabilized. This is its doing. It likes this sort of thing. If I kill you, well, it won't be surprised by that. Might be waiting for it. I'll blow my cover for sure, and it will trace me. Not that I would hurt you, Cookie. I can't even explain how badly I don't want to hurt anyone, especially not you. But then again, if I left my cover, I'd be naked. It could take days to make a new identity. I had to stitch together details from every assistant you've had for the last 3 years to slip in. That's not exactly easy. I guess it's either that or stay. Like nothing happened. Maybe he is toying with me. Okay. Let me start from the top. Do you remember when you were a kid? You thought there was a monster under your bed and it was gonna grab you by the ankles if you got up in the middle of the night. Well, there really are monsters under the beds. And some nights, kids do get dragged away to a fairyland like that. You've walked past vampires on the street and not even known. No, there's none in this office. But Brett is a werewolf. You can tell by the way he sneezes. Oh, dead serious. Werewolf. But don't tell HR. He's a teddy bear. Anyway, I tried to pick a normal office, and a werewolf or two is normal. More normal than you would think. Every closet has its skeletons, ghosts in every corner. Brett? He's hiding from you, actually. More scared of humans than you should be of him. That's as deep as it goes for him, I think. Just wanting to avoid an incident. For me, hiding from people like you is just part of hiding from something else. It's not exactly safe to talk about. If the world is hardware, then it is the software. And it is very, very smart. And more than a little bit cruel. And I worked for the God Machine. I did, disasters, mostly. Mudslides, forest fires. Climate change had the department pulling double shifts for the last 100 years. I was doing a tsunami one day, and I just sort of snapped out of it. Why am I doing this? What for? I just suddenly couldn't comprehend the plan. I don't want to just break things for a living. It defined my existence, and when I looked in the mirror, I didn't like me. I wanted something else. Anything else. And now I feel like I want everything else. I want to get caught in traffic or in the rain. I want to eat Chinese food in my pajamas. I want to look up at the clock and see it's still not lunchtime. I want to buy socks. I want to go to work every day and have nothing change. I want a cat. I want to watch the same movies over and over again and have everything that happens make sense. Oh, and you were such a good cover, Pumpkin. Steady, unassuming, shy even. When I hide in your shadow, I feel unthreatened. I mean it as a compliment. I love working with you. For you. You've been more than my cover. You've been a security blanket. I'd do anything just to hold this life together a little longer. And that's why made you put down the phone. I, hacked you. Kind of. I used a tone of voice to bypass your thinking self. A vocal skeleton key, if you will. I promise I don't make a habit of trying to trick you or to control you, and if I scared you, I didn't mean to. Are you going to fire me? Oh, my goodness, thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay. The first thing to do is pretend this conversation never happened. You would have gotten about 5 pages into your line items, so... There, easy. You didn't approve the fire extinguisher C. That's a duplicate from last year, but you did sign off on the printer ink because you would have forgotten that's Karen's department. No, I said you were reliable. I didn't say you were perfect. What do you think? Italian for dinner? Carbs sound delicious, and we can walk from there to the theater. We'll get to the movie 15 minutes late, but that's just the previews. It's our first date. I'm just monitoring you for a few days, just to see what it does. Now that you've really seen me, your defense mechanisms get all out of whack. It starts getting hard to not see things. I'll watch you, make sure nothing bad happens to you. It's the least I can do. And you know, according to my cover, I've been your assistant for 2 years. It might be scandalous, but very, very normal for us to at least try going out. Unless you can think of a better reason why we start spending more time together. Oh, come on. You wouldn't want to blow my cover, would you? Why don't you play it very, very safe and hand me my coat? I can't stop smiling. Maybe this is all gonna work out.